Hello, I am Brian Rump, and I have a business called Profit Coach, and I am here to help you rewrite your money story. And I'm practicing going live here on YouTube and LinkedIn just because I want to start the practice of speaking and creating content a little bit more. And like many business owners, I don't always love just hitting record and trying to say something specific because with me, magic happens in conversations. So I want to start a conversation. I want to speak. I want you to experience the sound of my voice, the things that I talk about. And this is just my first attempt of actually getting live and talking about my own thing through my own channels and not only as a guest on podcasts or guests inside other communities. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. As I said, my name is Brian Rump, and I want to help you rewrite your money story. So, what the heck is a money story? We all have money stories. We all have our own stories. Story is really how we make sense of life. I am a story brand guide, and in Donald Miller's book, Building a Story Brand, he talks about story as a sense making device. Now, his work and why I'm a story brand guide is that we use story in marketing to clarify our message and invite customers into a story where they are the hero and we are the guide who's helping them save the day. Donald also has another book called Hero on a Mission, and that's about writing for ourselves a better story and being the hero in our own story. So I love the framework of story. And really, all we are in life is a combination of stories. And my focus in my career has been around money and money stories. How do we manage money? Because money is just part of all of our stories. If we're a business owner, we get into business because we want to make more money. We want to make money for our families. We want to make money to live the type of life that we want to live. That's why we do it. But yet we're living in money stories that are often based on other people's ideas, other people's goals, ideas and thoughts that we picked up from our parents, from our grandparents, that we picked up from other authority figures. And we try to patch all of those together, and usually they just don't work. We still find ourselves overwhelmed and anxious about money and financial decisions. We feel stressed and worried that we can't keep up to the financial demands of life. Life things like, having children, buying houses, building businesses, these demands of having fun. How do we have fun and find balance and all the money stuff that goes with that? And most of us, come with some limiting beliefs that maybe we can't manage money, that it's really complicated, that we're not doing enough with what we have. And that anxiety just spins and spins and spins inside of us, and it becomes really difficult to deal with and manage. We feel stressed about this, we feel overwhelmed, and then we beat ourselves up. Who else is really good at beating themselves up? I'm great at it. I should get a master's degree in self-punishment and beating yourself up because we can't, get a handle on our finances the way that we want to or that we think we should. As business owners, I hear a lot or as I coach business owners, I hear a lot of people saying they aren't where they should be yet. They know they should be doing some things with their finances, but they're not. So it gets in the way. And the problem is not you. The problem's the bad money story you're living in. And I've worked for over 20 years with businesses and money. I went to college, first went to university for Canadian studies. I went to college for business because every job I applied to was asking for business skills. And while I was in college, one day it clicked and I understood balance sheets and finances as the stories that they tell about our business and how that story links to the finances. So I pursued a career in banking I was a personal banker, financial planner. I moved to commercial banking and lent millions and millions of dollars to small businesses just like you. And I've seen the day to day reality of what bank accounts look like, how borrowing deals actually happen. And I've sat at dining room tables of family business owners and witnessed a lot of, tears and frustration and, deciding what to do to keep things going. I've been a government grant consultant. I've been a college professor in finance and economics. I'm a story brand guide and business coach. And through all of this, the one thing that I've learned is that what we all really need to do is live in a better money story. And I want to help you do that. I want to help you rewrite your money story. I do that through coaching. I do that through with multiple tools that we could do through advisory, coaching, a little bit of consultation. I'm also a certified consulting hypnotist, and we can use hypnotism to help rewrite your money story. And how we do that is we uncover your money story and we identify the parts of it that are holding you back. Then we're going to release and reframe some of those parts of our money story that just aren't helpful in creating the goals that we have. And then we're going to take all of that and we're going to rewrite and choose what we want that money story to be. And we can say goodbye to financial anxiety and instead create and write ourselves a better money story. And you can get that by working with me. I always start with a free consultation call on that you can book from brianrump.com. Get to know me. I can get to know you. If you want financial transformation, you need to invest in a coach. I want to be that coach. I want to be that guide who helps you transform. That transformation requires an investment. You'll have to pay me for my services. You'll also have to invest some time and energy in going through that process. And I have to invest some time in getting to know you so that I can be the best possible guide for you. I want to add as well that all of this is a journey that we all have to go through. If you own a business, you get into business because you want to serve people with the skill that you have. You know you can outwork them. But to really get the success you want, you have to walk through a couple of different journeys. One of them's a marketing journey. You choose to get into business, you choose to get into marketing. And the other is a money journey. Money is attached to everything. Every single day, we're going to deal with money coming in, money going out, and all of the emotions that comes up with. So we have to go through that journey to really write our money story. And most of us have stuff in our past. We have ideas, we have beliefs that just don't fit the business that we actually are running and want to run. So we need to rewrite elements of that. I want to give a shout out to one of my great teachers that I didn't mention earlier, which is Chantel Chapman and Trauma of Money. Trauma of Money is a certification that I hold that really guides my process. We use the power of story. We hold space understanding trauma of money. We understand how money is just ingrained in every part of our life from the day we were born or before that up until now. And we understand that making changes is difficult. It affects our nervous system and it affects every part and facet of our life, which is why it's really hard to make the changes we need to make to get the life that we really want. And it's why I've chosen to focus on money anxiety, financial anxiety. I work with businesses to really help them understand both the nuts and bolts of how the banking system works, how the mechanics of, the spreadsheets and all of that good stuff is, but also the emotional and personal side, because business is personal. It's who we are as people. and it's how we make money to support our families. And I want to be the guide to help you rewrite that money story. So this is me live. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the time. I appreciate you investing in watching this video. And I appreciate it if you will reach out, book a free discovery call with me, get to know each other, and see how I can help you rewrite your money story.